Hey YouTube, it's Nathan Aponte here. It is 1:09 a.m. on April 2nd, 2012, Monday morning. This is actually my first published video recording. I'm a little bit nervous, so you have to forgive me. First and foremost, please excuse the hair. Um, I left for church this evening and just got out of bed, put my baseball hat on, and now it looks like I'm Captain Hook or something. But just know that this is not my normal hair. I'm about to go hop into bed soon. Just want to share this pose before, I go to bed. So, for the longest time, I've been meaning to post a diary, either through a blog post or through a video log. And I was going to do a blog, but I realized that it made a lot more sense to do a video log just because, it'd just be easier just to sort of get things off my chest and express my feelings. So why don't I just jump right into it? Um, okay, where do I begin? So all my life, I've sort of struggled with letting things go. When things did not go the way I wanted them to, I had a hard time with acceptance, um, and just totally relying on God. Yes, I am a born again Christian, and we'll be speaking from a Christian perspective, and referencing the Bible a lot. And so I've been having a hard time and struggling with forgiveness. Um, People that have offended me or wronged me, I've been having a hard time letting it go in terms of forgiving them and trying to move on. But I actually attended a seminar this past Thursday night. TD Jakes was in the Philadelphia area. That's where I'm from, 215. Um, and he was actually promoting his book, if you can see here, called Let It Go. If you can, there we go. Let It Go by TD Jakes. And I've pretty much have come to a crossroads, so to speak, and am really trying to let things go, let things slide off my back. And so I went to the seminar, and very much as soon as I got home, wanted to do this video log with you guys. But I believe that was Thursday, March 29th, 2012. But got tired, went right to sleep, been busy the past 48 hours, and here I am, past 1 o'clock in the morning, finally be able to get this out. But pretty much he talked about, there's chickens and there's eagles, and eagles like to fly on high and better themselves, and chickens like to stay on the ground and pick on things that are below them and beneath them. And pretty much the past TD Jakes was pretty much saying, do you want to be a chicken or an eagle? And I thought about that. Of course, this is all metaphorically speaking, and I decided that I wanted to be an eagle, and I want to rise above my enemies, rise above certain circumstances, and really trying to take this whole concept of, I guess, forgiving others and letting things pass. And so now I feel like, I guess what I'm trying to say is I'm going on a journey where I need to sort of look in the mirror, so to speak. And number one, I think I really need to learn. The biggest thing I had to learn to accept is accept myself. I feel that for the longest time, you know, um, I've sort of struggled with low self esteem. I feel like within members of my own family, I never really gotten a full acceptance from them. Growing up, I never got full acceptance. And I realized that even though others may not accept me for who I am, I have to accept me for who I am. So that's the first issue I'm dealing with. And so yeah, so the first thing that I have to work with is I think forgiveness and loving myself. And in addition to that, um, there was a young female that I met several months ago, at this Brazilian church I was visiting. Just left there for the final and last time. Just found out that the welcome mat is no longer there for me. I'm no longer welcome back in that church, which I will get to in a little bit. But there was a young female, about a couple years younger than me, that I had met back in September, and we just hit it off right away. And I've sort of felt like when we were talking and when we were friends that this woman um, was just somebody whom sort of felt like I was looking for my whole life. You know, growing up, I sort of always wanted like a best friend, a best buddy. Wasn't necessarily ever considering that being a female. But I never really got like a friend who I could really just really trust, rely on, someone that I felt like understood me and could relate to me. And we became really good friends for a very short while. And long story short, um, because of my being so obvious, she found out that I did have romantic feelings for her, and pretty much just shut me out of her life. I mean, she stopped returning my phone calls. She stopped texting me back. She stopped, she's pretty much tried avoiding me in church and was very successful at it. And, um, several years ago, someone once told me that God puts everybody in your life for a reason, but sometimes He also puts people in your life for a season. And I really feel like this woman that God strategically put in my life was for a very specific reason, but I think quite possibly was for a very short season, at least for now. At least for now. So this woman really made me believe in myself. I mean, I felt like my self-esteem got raised because of her. Not to the point of cockiness, of course, but just self-confidence, making me believe in myself. She inspired me. She motivated me. I really felt like this was like my second half. Felt like she was like the female counterpart of me. And one big thing that we could relate between each other was the fact that we both struggle with a low self-esteem. And long story short, like I said, because of my being so obvious, she pretty much found out that I had romantic feelings for her. And when I confessed it to her, she just absolutely just shut me down. I mean, she completely blocked me out of her life. And it's been a struggle for me for the past 3 months. We're now in early April, and the past few months of the new year, the whole 2012 so far has been very difficult for me because here's somebody that I wanted, my whole entire life. Just I feel like I've been looking for her, and now that I found her, I feel like I don't want to let her go, but I feel like I have to let her go. I feel like God is teaching me a lesson that I have to learn to love myself, and I can't rely on other people to make me happy and to allow myself to feel loved and accepted. I have to love myself first, and I have to accept myself first. I can't have that be reliant upon other people because other people will let you down. And I'm starting to realize now that I have to move on. I have to let go, and I feel like I have to forgive her. I feel like that just because I have romantic feelings for her and she doesn't feel the same way about me. I feel like because I've been such a good friend to her, I've been very loyal. I've been a great friend to her that she shouldn't just like shut me out of her life, but she has. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm very angry and upset about that. I'm very disappointed, but I feel like it's something I have to let go of, and I have to move on, and I have to forgive. But I think the biggest lesson for me is I have to learn to love myself and accept myself for who I am. And maybe on my outward appearance, I definitely want to lose weight and get a haircut and get some new clothes and this, that, and the other. But you know, first and foremost, I had to love myself and accept myself for who I am. And as much as I'm having a hard time letting go of this female that God put in my life, I feel like I have to really let her go. I can't hold on to her anymore because I don't feel like she's supposed to be in my life anymore. As much as I don't want to accept that, I feel like she was in my life at one point in time, but she is no longer needed. She was there for a specific purpose. She was there to help me believe in myself and help me to love myself and see my true value but she's no longer required anymore for my life, and I have to move on. And the biggest thing I had to learn is to love myself and accept myself for who I am. And I think the only way I'm going to do that is if I let go of this female. I have to stop, I shouldn't use the word obsessing, but I need to stop trying to have my happiness and my true value derived from her or anyone else because they're going to disappoint me. I have to love myself first and foremost before other people can love me. And with that, I want to say that, thank you for listening. Hope I wasn't being too long winded or too detailed. I know I have a problem with that. But yeah, so you'll be hearing more from me. But for now, I'm signing off, and you know, definitely am going to let go and start to love myself and not be relying on other people. So thanks for listening, YouTube. Have a good day. Bye.